What is up, YouTube? KM888 here, and I'm starting my DB grind games for you guys. I'm gonna showcase as much duels as I can that are at the very least decent, so you guys know that how I am playing and thought process about the deck and my matches. And let's get into it. I'm gonna showcase one match at a time, but I'm gonna try and upload 2 or 3 videos maybe today. Um, just because I'm not really sure how my my capture software works, because I tried to capture the screen and it didn't switch over to the next screen, so it was really weird, and I kept having the same image instead of the actual duels. So yeah. But yeah, let's get into this. The first match that I'm going to showcase is against Altergeist. Playing against the Joker, 553 rating, but he's playing like a long time here because it's over 7,000 experience. And I'm gonna go over the hands first. So I opened up with Ash, Gamma, 2 hand traps going second, it's not that terrible, and a droplet. So even if he was playing Dragon Link or whatever, I at least had an out. And then there's Kepler, so I have my 1-card play starter, and I have a Scarlet, which is my Eldlich engine, so that's actually good. Really decent hand, I was happy with that. My opponent opened up with Ash, Imperm, Veiler, Spoofing, and Multi-Faker, and he's going first. So as you can see what's going to happen here, he's just going to set 2, he's going to set Spoofing, going to set Imperm, he's going to pass it to me. Since I'm seeing 2 cards face down, I'm not really feeling it to go all out with the Kepler. I know that whatever I have in my hand isn't good enough to play around a Gamma, to play around anything actually, because I didn't know what he was playing. So for all I knew, it was a Dogmatica build, and there's a punishment face down. So then I'll outright lose to it. But this way, I have the Scarlet, I have the Droplet phase down, I drew the Conquistador, so I have my entire Eldlich engine. I didn't mind just setting 3 and go from there. And then in the end phase, apparently he goes Spoofing, no effect, and then using the Faker in hand. Now, I'm not going to use the Gamma here, because if I use Faker's effect in hand, the only thing that, like, if I try to Gamma it, the only thing that does is play into other cards. So I didn't want that. I didn't want him to have Gamma as well. So I was going to let him special summon the Faker and then use the Gamma effect. So that's exactly what happens. He summons it, uses the effect, and right here I'm going to Gamma. He can't Gamma me back right now, so that's the thing. I don't know if the deck even plays Gamma Altergeist, but I mean, it's such a good hand trap. He's going to try and chain Spoofing, and I thought that's an excellent timing to use my Ash, because this means, well, I do get special my Gamma and my Driver, sadly, so I'm going to lose those. But I still have my 1-card engine, so I was happy about that. And he didn't have any Altergeist cards anymore. I didn't know what his back row was, but with Scarlet and Conquistador, I was pretty sure I'd survive the next turn, because even if he spoofings, I can just Conquistador it, and then, well, there's nothing else to do about that. So he draws another Veiler. He does have a lot of things to stop me. So in the end phase, I'm gonna go Scarlet, and and he's going to Ash. Not a problem. I mean, with the combination, with the cards that I have, I can actually do a lot of damage this turn and set up my Eldlich engine just as fine. So I'm gonna go Kepler. He uses Veiler. Okay. I'm still gonna go for Linkaribo. I thought, let's go into the battle phase. Gonna go for the Conquistador. Attack for 500 more. Since he isn't doing much, I was fairly certain that this Anaconda play wasn't gonna get through. But I still try to do it, just because of the fact that if it goes through, I win. And I do have 2 Verties and 2 Fusions in the deck, so I don't really mind it being negated. But this way, as you can see, like, okay, he negates it. I did a little bit more damage, like 300. It's a small thing that count. And in the end phase, I'm gonna, like main phase 2, I'm gonna set a Hakero. I still have the Veiler, I still have the Droplet, so I'm pretty sure I can get me out of this. He draws Crackdown, just another interruption. And at the end phase, I'm gonna go Conquistador. Thought it was really good because I can set the Scarlet. and then I draw the Pancratops. Now, at this point, I was still playing the Pancratops. It's a card good for going second, of course, and sometimes going first even. If they gamma the Halki Fibrax while you have the Pancratops. But at that point, you might have just, well, have any other extender. So later on, I swapped it out, but you'll see that soon enough. Anyway, gonna use Anaconda again. As I said, if it goes through, I win. And sadly, he actually imperms. So I don't have my Dragoon access anymore. But not to worry. I mean, he only has a Crackdown to protect himself, so I'm gonna normal Veiler. I'm gonna go into a Halki Fibrax, and because Crackdown doesn't negate the effect, well, at this point, you can just see, okay, Plague, and I'm gonna go into Link Cross. I'm gonna use the effect, and he just sees the writing on the wall, because if I go for a Herald here, it's already game over. So I'm gonna go Marcher. I'm gonna special summon back. At this point, like Kuribo, making Unicorn, it all doesn't matter. There isn't a real place that he wanted to go and crack down before. Like, what are you going to do? Like, steal my Plague? Then I'll just use the Marcher and bounce it back, then get back the Plague. It's all the same. It didn't matter what he had. So I ditched the Pancratops. Last card is gone. Okay, wonderful. I'm gonna go into Access Code. I'm gonna pop the Spoofing because Spoofing is annoying. And at that point, I still have my Scarlet. I still have my Akero. This alone, like the Scarlet and the Hakero, is together 4,300, and the access code is 53 on its own, so that's 9,600 damage. It's more than enough to make game. So yeah, that's exactly what I do, and we're gonna go to game 2. So, game 2, let's go over the hands. So he's going first again, of course, and his opening hand is Protocol, Maluseek, Duality, Imperm, and Crackdown. Definitely a good hand. He has Protocol with Maluseek, which means he can negate something, Surge the Multi-Faker, then he still has Imperm, Crackdown to trigger it, and with the Duality he can search whatever he wants. My hand on the other side, I have Eldland, I have Gamma. Gamma is always, like, I like Gamma so much. If you see it going first, you can protect your place. It can be a play starter if they play into it. If you go second, it's amazing. Like, even if they don't do anything, the Gamma is just amazing. Just being there, it just makes you feel safe at certain points. Conquistador with Golden Lord, like, having these two already together is like, okay, I can send something, I can force stuff out, and I have the tuner in DD Lamia. It is the brick from the DD engine, but just as well, I don't have any other normal summons. I can just as well normal summon this, have a tuner. So, yeah. He's going to go first, he's gonna do Duality, and he's going to reveal, like, Faker, Judgment, Faker. Like, I already know he's gonna go for Judgment. Why would you care about these other two? Like, if you have if you have any Altergeist card, you're already set. And as you can see, he has Maluseek and Protocol, so he's definitely gonna take the Judgment. Especially game 2, because people are citing in Lightning Storms, Harpy's Feather Duster, Evenly. You just need a Solemn, so now he can just go full Helmet, Altergeist Maluseek, set 4, and I draw Scarlet. So at this point I'm thinking, okay, what can I do to force things out? I was actually contemplating on using Lord to sending the Maluseek, because if I send the Maluseek, he's going to trigger in the graveyard to try and add a card. And then I can go Gamma to negate it. Just so I can special summon both Gamma and Driver. I probably should have done that. But, like, I know he has Judgment, so my Halki Fibrax is going to get negated, and I wouldn't really have a follow-up play. Sure, I'll be taking away his Altergeist cards once again. But I don't think that strategy is going to work that many times. I know he has Judgment, he has a Maluseek. Time to get rid of some back row. So I'm gonna pop one, and it's the Impermanence. It's definitely not a terrible choice. I'm gonna go Cursed Eldland, and I'm going to search for a second Golden Lord. At this point, you're gonna see that later on in my deck profile. Right here, I was still playing 2 Golden Lords because I thought it was important to have 2. you don't mind. As long as you have one, you're set. So in my current deck build, I'm actually only playing one Golden Lord. Testing it out, and it actually isn't bad. Like, even against Invoked and against the Eldlich Mirror match, you just have to play differently, and you have to be conservative of your Golden Lord. Be sure that you can always bring it back from the graveyard if you're going to send it there. So yeah. So for the next play, I'm gonna add it, and here was like, okay, I kind of committed. I have to summon it. I didn't want to because of the Gamma, but I kind of had to commit. So normal summon. Halki Firebreaks. I tried to lure out the Solemn Judgment here, because if he Solemned, my field was empty again. I still had the Gamma, I had Conquistador, I was going to get the Scarlet effect, I was going to get the Hakero. I was just gonna go full backline. But I want to lure out the Solemn Judgment, and he actually lets it through. So right here is going to crack, I believe, yeah, he's going to crack down the Halki Firebreaks. I was like, ah, damn, now I have a monster on field in the Plague, and that's not going to do anything now, is it? So I have to at least wait a turn, and he's going to go Maliseek, link it off for Linkuriboh, fetch himself Faker, go from there, like maybe flip up his last trap card that I don't know yet, use the Faker, special summon, go for some Hexia plays, go from there. But my opponent draws a spoofing, and he feels like he doesn't need to do that anymore. He wants to keep the Maliseek for the protocol, and then use the spoofing for protection. So he probably didn't want to lose out on an Ash Blossom, because if you link this away and you use effect to search, and I go Ash Blossom, he didn't have anything to stop that. So that was probably his thought process, and I'm actually really happy that he thought that way, because I didn't have the out. But he's gonna send the Plague, and my field is empty again, so I can still use my Gamma. As I said, like that turn 1 play, I should have just sent the Maliseek, then I could have triggered the Gamma, it would have been so much better. But yeah. Anyways, now in the end phase, you see that, I mean, I set Scarlet, I set Conquistador, I still have a Conquistador in hand, I draw another Scarlet. I don't mind, I'm just going to use these two again, gonna target, happened to be the Protocol, which was sad. Then he's going to chain the spoofing, he's going to send the Protocol away, and I actually have the Scarlet plus Conquistador, but I know the Judgment is there, so I don't want to trigger these two, lock myself into zombies. I'm just gonna let him search. If he searches the multi-faker, he's probably going to do it now, and then I have the Gamma, so that was fine. But he just searched Marionetter, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can't trigger the Gamma again. So I'm kind of being left out on the Gamma right here, but yeah, so be it. He's probably expecting it, because I leave my field empty for so many times right here, so yeah. Anyways, I'm going to use Lords in the graveyard, I'm going to special it. I'm going to flip up my Conquistador, and now he has two choices. Either he lets it go through, and I pop my Crackdown. If I pop the Crackdown, I get back the Halki Firebreaks, and I have 4 materials. So you'll keep the Solemn Judgment, but what is it going to do? I mean, I can make so many things. I still have the Plague in the graveyard. I'm going to get back some Golden Lands as well. At this point, he just has to Solemn Judgment, so the Conquistador is gone. He just has to. But in any case, I'm going to use the Plague, set back the Gamma. Best use of the Gamma as of yet. I'm going to link away into my own Firebreaks, and right here, as you see, I'm going to make Gamma, because Plague's already gone. Link Cross, I'm going to do my standard play, and yeah, Marcher effect, special back the Lamia, because I believe I want to have a Linkuriboh in the graveyard, so I'm going to go for Linkuriboh, then I'm going to use those two to go into Blocker, and then yeah, I'm going to bring back the Linkuriboh. I was going to make like Ningirsu with this, I believe. yeah, Ningirsu, and I was going to send the like with Scarlet, I was going to set something, then use that to get rid of the crackdown, and then make access code go for game. It could have been way easier, but yeah, I mean he quit already. But yeah, that was game. So I hope you guys like that. 2-0. I tried to explain my opponent as well because that's what I thought he was going to do at that point. And then seeing his cards, what he's actually being doing. So yeah, hope you guys like that, and I'll be back soon with the next one. Ciao.